Annyeonghaseyo. Translation, hello from South Korea, Papa J Fishing. I'm going to do a little bit of an unboxing of an item I ordered off of Kastking's online website. Little backstory on this. I ordered these items actually way before Christmas. This is going to be a Christmas present for me, from me. And I placed an order for a rod and reel combo. Actually, it wasn't a combo, it was separate rod, separate reel, but they recommended them together for a deep sea spinning rod and reel. Unfortunately, it was shipped, but unfortunately got lost in the mail. Sometimes that happens. Now, as I mentioned before, when you order stuff online, sometimes things just happen. Your box gets crushed. I've had a couple of rods come in where the box was bent in two. Other ones where they was just crushed. The piece you could hear in there pinging around as you slid it up and down. You just hear it sliding through there. So things happen anywhere that you are. Unfortunately, more hands touching things, sometimes more chances of it getting damaged. But I reached out to their customer service, which Kastking customer service was pretty awesome. I said, hey, look, here's my order number. Here's the tracking number. Can you check on this? Because I ordered this rod and reel for deep sea fishing and it's not here yet. So they researched, they sat there and came back and said, yes, sir, we see that your item is probably lost in the mail. It happens, like I said. So what they told me is that we will get you out another one as soon as possible. Please verify your address so that way we make no mistakes and get it to you as soon as possible. One thing is that they did not have the same reel that I wanted. They were actually out. So they asked me, was another rod or reel that I was interested in. So I went back onto their site and I did a little bit more research and I was like, you know what? I've got a lot of spinning rods and reels. I've got quite a few that I could use for saltwater, but I don't have a bait caster. So I looked at their bait casters and I decided, you know what, I want this one here. And I went ahead and said, okay, I want this bait caster and I want this rod, and they're both a little bit different in price, and I will pay that price, which was a little bit higher. I had no problem with it. So they came back and said, no problem, sir. We'll get you those two items out to you. You don't have to pay any difference in it whatsoever. So awesome customer service. Thank you, Kastking. Anyways, they got it out in the mail and it did arrive. The tracking number was good. It made it all the way here to the USPS Postal Service here on the Camp Humphreys military base, and I was able to pick it up. So we're going to unbox this joker and see, because I was very impressed of what I saw when I got it. Now this will be the second time I've ordered from Kastking. I ordered from Kastking like years ago, and I ordered a 7'11", I think, or 7'7" spinning rod, and that sucker's one piece, so it's long, and I still have it in that tubing because that tubing was so strong. That's one of the only ones that I didn't have an issue of having to get it reset to me. Maybe there's a couple other ones because I've ordered a few, but this is one of the strongest containers. Now this one here is a two-piece. I received this strong container. Sounds thick. I can't just sit there and crush it. Some of those boxes that I got rods in, I could just squeeze them and they give way a little bit. This one here, you probably would have to put a lot of weight on it. Now if a box sat on top of there, unless it's like heavy box, it's not going to damage it, which it didn't do it. So that being said, let's bust this joker open. The caps is taped. I already pulled the tape off this one, but it does have the cap covers. So, and then foaming. Okay, come on out, foam. Let's see. Pull it off the other side so you can push it. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. Sorry about that big old chunk of foam holding things in there. A little bit of extra plastic padding. Go ahead and slide this thing out. There we go. So this is the replacement rod that I requested. As you see, it's a nice grayish color with a very bright green tip. So if I'm not paying attention, somebody sees that thing going like this, they might say, hey, you got a fish on, dude. Pay attention. So this is called a Kong Kastking. Let's see what strength it is. I cannot remember. Oh, here we go. It is the action is fast. The power is a VH line. Weight is 40 to 80 pounds. The lure weight is anywhere from 6 to 16 ounces. So it'll handle some muscle. I mean, this has got some muscle to handle the muscle fish. So I definitely am interested in really trying to get out there soon. Right now, weather outside usually around about 23 degrees in the afternoon, and it drops down to about 12, which probably is where it's at right now. So it's a little cold right now, but if I go way down south to Goji, which is out there past Busan, the very southern area of South Korea, still kind of warm out there, and it's getting cold. That means the bigger yellowtail tuna are biting, and that's where I go catch is yellowtail tuna. All right, so let's move on to the reel. It is a Kastking reel, of course, and it is called the KAPSTAN Elite. Nice boxing. I mean, this is a nice box. I try to keep my boxes so that way if I do put them up for a season or something like that, they're all tucked away in their nice little beds. Let's open this joker up. There we go. Nice protective coating on the inside. It's in this nice little bed like I mentioned before. It's not a very bright or colorful rod like, you know, sometimes I like to get, because I like a little pizzazz, you know, like the fish can see it. Excuse me. But this is what I changed out for. So it's got the big knob, got your star, which here, yeah. Nice little braking system here. The braking system goes from, oh wow, all the way up to 65 pounds. So I'm definitely gonna have to dial this one in here. Usually with my rods and reels that I go deep sea fishing with, I put about an 80-pound braid on there. But when we've been going down here fishing, the captain has told us, you know, 25-pound line is good enough. He tells us don't use braid because even though with drift fishing, braid floats, as we all know. we try to put a shock lead on here of about 25-pound now, because before we put it, of course, bigger. But we're using a real small hook and a small little krill bait, and we're actually catching yellowtail tuna this big or this big. You know, and it's amazing that we're catching them that big with such a small terminal tackle and a small piece of shrimp, krill. I mean, that's how small it is. But anyhow, this is the reel. As I said before, it's a 6-in-1 bearing. Gear ratio is 541, 14 pounds, 230 yards. So basically, the 14 pounds. I think that was with the mono. So mono line is what it basically says on here, but it can put braid on here too. The braid is 85-pound and 230 yards of that. So I mean, this could be a heavy beast one. We go after king mackerel here. Some people go after cod, and that's a lot deeper. But you also need a bigger capacity rod and reel. I don't think I'll go after any cod with this one, because they're way down deep, and most of the guys that fished before for these, they have the electric ones, so they're not sitting here cranking all day, and of course you catch a fish, they're fighting all day. But this one here, I can't wait to get to try to use it. Hopefully we'll go out in February. I'm going to have this thing all rigged up and ready to go and put it to the test. I mean, I don't necessarily have to use the rod I ordered with it, because it might not be able to do what I need it to do, but I could easily just slap this on one of my collapsible 20-foot telescopic rods that we use for the drift fishing. I really appreciate y'all. Speak English, Johnny. I really appreciate. Here we go again. Anyhow, thank you for looking at this video. If you did, I recommend, you know, if you order something from Kastking hey, don't be scared to reach out to them and ask them something, ask them questions. They're very, to me right now, they're very good at responding quickly, and getting you what you ordered is also a nice way of ending your relationship with them, or continue a relationship with them, because I do plan to order a couple more things from Kastking. They have a couple of rods and reel combos out there that I've seen on another YouTube channel and I'm kind of interested in. But that being said, I'm going to end it here with thank you for looking at this video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Any questions about the rod or the reel, don't hesitate to hit me up on the channel, and I'll try to answer those. I plan to do more unboxing because, right now, like I said, it's cold. So this is the time that I usually start buying things and restocking my boxes because I do different types of fishing over here. I do rainbow trout fishing. We're going to do some of that soon. We're going to try to do some more, like I said, fishing down south. And when the weather starts changing for the warmer a little bit, we have snakehead here, we have bass, and I plan to try to show videos of catching some of those places and places I go and fish for those. Until then, tight lines, be safe, and have a good night. See you again soon.